another big theme in your writing in your newsletter is incrementality-centric
Yes.
marketing. So can you explain the concept of incrementality and its importance for businesses in today's digital landscape? And I think you might even have something that you alluded to prior to us hitting the record button, is that maybe this idea of incrementality applies to all aspects of life.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's very true. So over the last few years, we've been through the pandemic, and now we've this economic pressures in the market. So people, very, very senior executives that begin to ask this really simple question: what would happen if I did nothing in this area? And so for me, the trigger was a conversation with Alphabet's CFO, Ruth, an amazing, inspiring leader. And I remember the first meeting I went to her. I said, I run global analytics for Google, and here's all the performance and things. And she just looked at me and she said, what would happen if we just shut down marketing? All of it. Now, remember, it's like thousands of people in like 25 countries.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruth's question is, what she was asking is, what's the incrementality of marketing?
Mm.
If we did none of it, would all our profits dry up? And the answer is, so if you look at tools like Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics today on the digital side, or you look at your ERP or business intelligence tools that you're running inside your company, you are reporting. So you open Google Analytics, it'll report that we drove 10,000 conversions yesterday, and we had spent 300,000 on marketing to drive those 10,000 conversions. And you're very happy. It's like, oh, marketing is working really well. That's like a lot of conversions. Incrementality is asking, what if I did not spend those $300,000? Would I have lost all 10,000 conversions? And it turns out the answer is you would have gotten 8,000 anyway. Right? And it's because marketing does bring some amount of outcomes, but a lot of these people know your brand, that you have word of mouth, you've got a great product, people are just going by your store,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I'm going to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this curve after which sort of the effectiveness of marketing dips off, and we've never really explored that, or the effectiveness of your sales team, or the effectiveness of your HR team. It kind of dips at a point, and you would have gotten some outcomes anyway. So for example, you shut down your sales team, you'll still keep getting orders for a while, right? You don't need
Mm-hmm.
them for a while. Now, of course, maybe 3 months from now, you're like, oh my God, everything ran out.
Mm-hmm.
So incrementality is the art and science of saying, I'm spending $3 million on Google. How many of the outcomes I would have gotten anyway? That's the thing. So what a very common way to measure, the last one, for example, is Google has a tool called CLS, Conversion Lift Studies, and they create proper test and control. And they say, today we're claiming that 10 conversions were driven by Google, but we did a proper test and control. We show a certain number of people your ads, we didn't show other people your ads. And it turns out that of the 10 conversions you received that we're saying came from Google, 6 you would have gotten anyway. It's 4 were truly incremental.
Right.
And so naturally leads to say, what are the 4? What are the keywords? Who are the people? Where did they come from? Can I find more of those kind of execution strategies that are truly incremental? So incrementality is a really great way to understand which parts of marketing are truly driving value that cannot be delivered by anything else the company is doing. And any executive that actually figures out how to do incrementality-centric marketing can meet the CFO, look them in the eye and say, this is what I delivered, and that is it could not have been delivered by anything else. Mm-hmm. So then if she says, what if I shut down marketing? You could say, you would lose 27% of the sales. Now that, boom! Right? It's like a superpower to have. And at the moment, most marketing is not judged by incrementality. It's sort of this, I call it claimed outcomes. And what it means is you're not innovating, you don't understand your effectiveness in a truly good way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm sort of a big proponent of figuring out what value do I add to my company that would not exist if I did not exist. That's the mindset we want.